Right, everyone. So today, basically, what I said I was going to do is going to do a deck profile, for the Darkworld deck, the one that did the combos for. Now, it is Simon He's deck. It's his main deck. It's his extra deck, and it's like 9 out of 15 cards aside. But what he didn't do in the video, because obviously I just picked this deck up, what I didn't think he did as good enough a job was explaining exactly what all the cards did. So I'm going to try and have a go at that now and like put it with the deck profile, and then sort of give some rough ideas later on. So we'll start with 3 Nessie. Will be gold one at the bottom. 2 Troops. 2 Mothman. 2 Bigfoot. Thunderbird. Jackal. And Tsushinoko. So here we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 dangers, and I'm assuming he's done all the math on that to like work out how many you need to draw. But basically all these are doing, the role of these dangers in the deck is the Chupacabras have a different, well these 5 have a slightly different role to these. So basically these 5 here, you're trying to get these out to turbo into Coach King, which is just cracked. Draw 3 from that. But the tubes also bring back these as well. So you want to try and have these on the field. Obviously these can be used going second to break boards. We'll just think about going first. And the tubes obviously get you into these, so you put in maximum level 8s on the field. So that's why those are slightly different to these. These obviously, this is basically Darkworld dealings. These are more to keep it going, keep the draws coming, get the bodies on the field to make Saryujas. And you can trigger the Dark Worlds with this, but to be honest, you're not really triggering the Dark World to these because you can trigger your own Dark Worlds through the field spells and stuff anyway. So he made the comment this was the worst one because it doesn't synergize with level 4s, level 8s, and it's not as good as Nessie. And that is true. I mean, it's there as a Saryuja material, it's there to extend the combos, it's not there to be a level 4 or level 8, it's not, you know what I mean, it's not that. And these ratios are great, so obviously he made a good point of doesn't want to play 3 of any of the other ones, apart from Nessie, which I totally understand, even though I did draw 3 Nessie, and that lost me the game. But you've got to, this is the best one, so you want to play that. Obviously these 2 are limited, but to be honest, you probably only play 1 on 1 anyway. And then it's a theory if you don't want to draw too many of these, so like 2 and 2 as opposed to like 3 and 1. I do think Chupacabra is better than Mothman in the majority of situations, but Mothman definitely outshines Chupa in the one. But 1 Chup, 1 Mothman is definitely better than 2 Chupa, 2 Mothman. Same with these. I mean, Bigfoot's just huge. 3k, it's a lot of damage. And then the Thunderbird, and obviously the Morbine. These are tradable, which is bonkers. Yeah, so that's why I believe there was a lot of the dangers. At least this is what worked out for me. Yeah, so Coach King and Saryuja. Darkworld, 3 Genta. I'll just get all the Darkworlds and we'll go through them again. 3 Genta, 3 Snow, 2 Silver, 2 Rainbow, 1 Graphite, 1 Cerulean. So basically, we'll start from the bottom. Cerulean, when it's discarded, it summons your opponent's out of the field, and it makes you discard 1 card. Now the good thing about this is when you use your Silver, which we'll go over next, when Silver's discarded, so that's also really does it. Discards, when it comes back to the opponent's field, then the opponent makes you discard a card. Silver, if you try and read these Dark Worlds, it's so brutal to read because they're for problem solving card decks. It's just horrible. But basically, if this is discarded for like an effect, so like not basically you couldn't like Hugens pitch this, it wouldn't trigger it. But basically for like for effect, pitch this, it'll summon itself if you discard it. However, if they've discarded it by like Ceruli using it, basically you get to put 2 cards from their hand. Well, they choose 2 cards and put them to the bottom of the deck. So basically that's the combo. You give them this this effect, you pitch this effect, it comes back, and then he puts 2 cards from the hand to the bottom of the deck. So that's silver. And then we got Grapha. When it's discarded, it pops on, and then if it was discarded by the opponent's card effect, they've all got like a bonus effect. So like the normal effect is when this is discarded, it gets a pop on, and the bonus effect is it looks at the opponent's hand and rips one. And then the big sort of point of Grapha is that if you have a Dark World on your field, so let's say you've got silver on your field, you can use this in the graveyard to bounce this to the hand to summon it, and it doesn't activate. And this can bounce any Dark World monster you control. Then there's a new one, which is sort of like, this is called Rainbow, this one. This is sort of similar in the way of this one, that if you have a level 7 or lower Dark World monster, you can bounce this. So the sort of the combo is, you get your silver out with these 2 in the grave. You can bounce silver at the hand to summon this. Then you can bounce this to the hand to summon this. And then you got these 2 in your hand, and it makes resolving dangers a lot easier. You know, you can maybe trade in or lure this away if you don't need it anymore. But this has another effect. So obviously the effect of bounce and summon is pretty good. But when this is pitched, it can add a level 5 or higher Dark World monster. So basically the only targets in the deck are these 3 here. But obviously it's just deck thin, it's really good. And I believe this is actually not once per turn. So pitch this, you can add this, and then obviously you can bounce this back to the hand, you can bounce this back to the hand for this, and if you end up pitching it again, you can search the second silver. Definitely worth doing. You don't normally need it, but it's an allure target. It's deck thin as well, so that's why I do that. Then Snow, it's an old one. If it's pitched, if you pitch it, search a Dark World card, anything. So you can add the field spell, you can add whatever you want. And then if it's pitched by opponent's card effect, you revive 1 card to control. Like you take 1 monster. Then again, this is a new one. Basically the combo with this guy is you pitch it to my hand, you search gates, you activate gates then banishes this. Pitch 1, draw 1, but then when this is banished, it special summons itself. The effect to pitch and add gates from the deck isn't once per turn. So basically you pitch this, again you add your gates, banish it, you summon 1, whatever. This comes back. If you then bounce this for either Rainbow or Grapha, you can then just pitch from your hand again, get another gate. So it's insane. Yeah, it's one that you can often normal summon a lot of the time, and it's level 4, so it's really good. And this one doesn't have an effect when your opponent discard it. I just had to read it there. It obviously never come up otherwise. I would check, but yeah, basically not once per turn to add the field spell, but it is once per turn to be special summoned. So that's the dangers, and that's the Dark World monsters. 3 gates, old one again. Field spell activated. All things gain 300 attack and defense, and this is your pawns as well, so it's a bit crap if you give them a lava golem or something, or the Lady Labyrinth that gains defense as well, which is annoying. Once per turn you banish Fiend from your graveyard as cost, then you discard 1, then you draw 1 card. So basically this is just like turbo free combo. It's basically just 3 draws. Then Dark World Archives, this is a new one. During your main phase, you can discard 1 Dark World monster, and if you do, Dark World monster you currently control gain attack equal to the level. But you have to have a Dark World monster to use this. Then, if a monster whose original type is Fiend is discarded from your hand by the effect of a Dark World card or an opponent's card effect, even during the damage step, you can discard 1 card, then draw 2 cards. So basically, if you have this up on the field, you can use this to pitch this to boost this, and then you could do Chain Link 1 this, providing you've obviously got a Dark World in hand, and Chain Link 2 this, and then this can add pitch, draw 2, special summon back. So you've got like an add, a draw 2, so you add this, draw 2, and spec this, so you basically just discarded this and got a draw 2 as well as cycling through your engine. And if you've got a rainbow in the grave, then obviously you can bounce a silver for the rainbow, and it was literally all for free. And you got 2 level 8s, which is getting closer to the Coach King plays. So it's really good. Then Ascension. So what you can do is this is the fusion spell. So your fusion, it's only during the main phase, so you can't do it in the battle phase. Summon from the extra deck, banish materials on the field or graveyard. But if you fusion summon a Dark monster, you can also discard monsters material from your hand. So that's good because you can send some from your hand and banish from the grave at the same time. During the main phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can add it to your hand, then discard one Dark monster. So it's another discard outlet as well. So they're the 2 new ones. Then we sort of start blitzing through the rest of this profile for the main 3 Allure. Everyone knows what Allure does. This is going to be the 3rd trade-in when I get it. It's definitely correct to play 3 trade-in. I only played this because I don't have the 3rd trade-in. 3 Lava Golem, definitely correct plays. Zephyros. In fact, we'll come on to Zephyros. Card destruction, they're all like self-explanatory. Card destruction, absolutely broken. Does sometimes come out poor side, if they've drawn me or whatever, because it'd be nothing worse than to pitch the 5, they draw another 5, and you end up getting trolled. Zephyros. It's good when it's good. It's bad when it's bad. You can always normal summon it, so there is that. But I don't know. I just don't really like Zephyros ever. But when you do need the 4th field spell, because sometimes that does happen, it does give you a 4th field spell and it gives you level 4. So that's it. 40 card main. For the extra, so this Dark World Fusion, again, told you how to summon it with the Ascension and the effect. It's an Omni Negate. When you put activate a normal spell trap or a monster effect while you have a card in your hand, the activated effect of that card becomes your opponent discard 1. So you basically get discard 1. You get the broken Dark World effects, like second effects. And when this dies, you get to special summon a Grapha that's from Banisher in the graveyard. So basically, this goes. You get this back from wherever it was. So then we'll go into the XYZs. We'll go Coach King first. This is just 3 level 8. Basically, its effect is attach 1 extra duel for this card, draw 1, reveal it. If it was a monster, inflict 800 to your opponent. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect, and you can use its effect thrice per turn. So you discard all 3 materials. It's absolutely broken. But Gooska does Zeus. Dagaris, this comes up a lot for just extending the place game and going. Summoned all these today. Magician, this is 2 monsters with the same type except token. So basically, if you Saryuja first, you need to make Beat Cop and then use this with a Fiend. I've also made it with Zephyros and Thunderbird. So it's link summoned. If it's link summoned per turn, all monsters card points to each of the hand, and then once per turn you can declare 1 card and execute cards on the top of your deck equal the total link rating of the link monsters called link to this card. If you execute any copies of the declared card onto your hand, or send these ones to the grave. Never ever use that last effect. All I'm using this for is to bounce Master Ruli so I can trigger it again. Obviously this comes up almost every game. It's actually not even bad going second as well, just to like bounce random things. Beat Cop, obviously tribute and something and protect it. Never, it's not what we play for. We play because Fiend. Saryuja gets summoned like probably 50% of the games. It's pretty good, but you can do it without. You can do the combo without it, but it just fixes the bad hands, makes it so much better. Serb and Phoenix, absolutely unreal cards. Summon Serb almost every game, and Phoenix is like out and anti spells like it's his job. Appaloosa gets summoned every game. access code. You can just like, so I just randomly started like making links. So I was like making dark into, you know, putting a phoenix underneath it and then linking them into a serb and then just making an access code, and all of a sudden you've got 3 attributes for access code. So it's just infinite pushes. Mudcracker, I didn't actually know what this card did today, but I've learned now. Basically, 2 effect monsters can't be used to link some link material, so I think I cheated in the combo tutorial by using it as link material when I shouldn't have. If a monster you control will show a battle by card effect, you can tribute 1 fiend monster instead, and then you can target 1 fiend monster in your graveyard, except Mudcracker. Discard 1 card, and if you do special on that monster, also you can't special monster for the rest of the turn except fiend monster. So basically it brings something back from the grave, but it locks in fiends. Never used that effect, probably could come up. And then 1 Lingering Ball. This is definitely going to get changed to something else. This might become an exciting hit because I don't have another one. It is in the post on the way, but I also changed the side deck, so I might cut this Lingering Ball, but then I have no out Wibbly, so I probably do have to play it. I'll think more. I'll wait till I get a bleed and decide how bad it is. So yeah, that's the extra deck. Side. We're getting a lot faster now because everyone knows what side cards do. But yeah, so the Raiden, it's class because you just draw infinite and you can. And all you need to do is just make sure you've got zones to play. The macro's pretty good, like the Arise Hat's pretty good, but it doesn't start you playing. The zones start you from playing. But this, you can definitely push Raid. Nib, it's just good against everything. Clears. I know it's not a breaker that you can draw into, but I think it's that good. It's worth playing in the opening 5. Twins against Labyrinth, Ashes, and Skillies. It's basically it.